Hey there guys, today I want to make a really quick video, maybe to help some people out. What I have here is a basic pin tumbler lock. Got your spring, your driver pin, your key pin, and first off I want to describe what I do when I rake. This being the back of the keyway, this being the front, so your key would go into this keyway. Get this worked out here. Your key would go into your keyway like that. Yeah. So when I first start raking, I insert the tension wrench, and then I insert my rake, and I insert my rake till it goes to all the way to the back of the keyway, and then I just kind of let it float in there, let go of it, move it around to where it gets free, and then I put a little bit of tension on it, and then I start raking. And normally when I start raking back and forth like this, keeping my pick parallel to the bottom of the keyway, and then I'll angle it up like this for a couple times, and then I angle it back down like this for a couple of times, and then I go back to raking parallel with the bottom of the keyway. After I do that a couple times, I'm using my tension wrench. I'm giving light tension, medium tension, and varying it in between. When I use my hook pick, you can also use a rake like this, called your city rake. Again, you stick it in till it goes to the back of the keyway, and then real light tension, you start raking back and forth, scrubbing the pins, and then you angle it up to get the pins in the back, then you can then come back to the center, and then you can angle it this way to get the pins up front. You can also rake in a circular motion, or you can rake this way, but I find it pretty hard doing that. Only it might be in a circular motion like that. When I use my hook pick and single pin pick, again, light tension, stick my pick all the way in till it hits the back of the keyway, and I start pulling my hook pick out, and as I come to the fourth pin, I push up that pin. If it's not stiff and I can feel the spring pressure on it, I release it, go to my other pin. If I feel the spring pressure, I release it, and so on, and I go all the way out. If I don't get anything on the first pass, I release my tension, stick my pick in, and start again. And I got a lock here in my lap on the pick, so its sequence is the fourth, the third, the first, and the second. So what it's going to look like inside the lock is I'll go to the back of the keyway, kind of bottom out my my pick. I'll push up on the fourth pin, because when I feel them, it's going to feel stiff. I'll push them up till it clicks, and then I'll go to the third, push them up till it clicks. I'll skip my second because I already know the sequence of the pins, the binding order. I'll go to my first pin, push them up till it clicks, then I'll go back to my second, push them up till it clicks, and the lock will open. So you guys bear with me here. I'll go ahead and do that right now. Give you a good close-up look at this. Stick my tension wrench in, and again I'm orientating this lock, these keys untangled here, to where the keys go in with the bitting this way, and the key goes in, and I know the lock, if I turn this turn this clockwise, the lock will unlock. So that's the way I'm orientating my lock when I hold it in my hand, using my index finger to provide tension. So I get my tension wrench in there, and I'm just going to take my pick and stick it in, and I'm letting go, and I know my pick's in there when I can just freely move it like that. It's not really binding up, and it's all the way into the lock. I can feel it bottom hitting the back of the keyway. So I put a little bit of tension on there, and I start pulling my pick out, and pulling that fourth pin, and I'm pushing them up. Okay, I think I got a little click out of them. There we go. Find the third pin here. Another little click. And trying to feel for my first pin. Get underneath him. Another little click. Find that second pin. There he is. Binding really good because it's the only pin holding the lock. And there it is. Picked. You can see the plug has turned. I'll do that one more time, real slow. Stick my tension wrench in. I'll take my hook pick. I stick it in the lock, and I just let go of it. And I make sure my hook pick is doing that. It's kind of floating in there. And then I just pick it up, find the 4th pin, it's binding, push it up until it clicks. 3rd, skip the 2nd, go to the 1st. Oh, that time the shaft of my pick did some work for me. There it is, picked open. Let's try that again. I want to make sure I catch each individual pin. Stick my pick in, let it bottom out. Go to my 4th, 3rd. See if I can catch that first one. Okay, the first one feels set. A little bit of difficulty here. Maybe it's not. There we go. There's the first one. And the second one. There's the second one right there. That's single pin picking. And let me show you a little trick with tensioning. Now when I was picking that, let's see how much tension I was using. Plug the rotate all the way back around. Get my pick bottom out. I'm putting about that much tension on the tension wrench. Just enough to bind these pins up. Not very much, just that much right there. So when you tension a lock, you're going to have, there's 3 types of tension. Actually 4 types of tension. There's light tension, medium tension, and heavy tension. As you can see, I'm really bending that tension wrench for heavy tension. Normally when you pick a lock, you'll start off light, you go medium, and you might go to heavy. When you rake a lock, not going to be able to rake this open, but I'll try. When you start raking a lock, that one's not working out. Let's try this guy here. You stick your rake in, no tension yet, and you just get to where your pick can move around semi-freely. Start raking the lock and putting really light tension on the lock, and then slightly angle your pick to get the pins in the back, and rake the pins in the front, and there it is, raked open that time. I use real light tension when I rake. This lock closes back up. And so when you rake a lock, hopefully you guys can see this, hopefully the shadow's not too bad. When you rake a lock, let's see, get my tension wrench untangled up. As you're going in and raking the lock, you may not be able to see it in the camera, but as you go in and you're raking back and forth, I'm putting real light tension, and then I go maybe medium tension and back out the light. Medium, light, medium, light. It's just a give and take on the tension wrench. That's what I'm doing when I'm raking the lock. And then sometimes I let my finger off of it, let all the pins reset, and then I just start light, medium, light, medium. It's just really give and take. See if I can do that again here. It's just real light, medium, change the angle I'm raking at, change the angle again. Probably won't be able to get it this time. Haven't practiced up. If I don't get it really quickly, I just start over again. Take all the tension off my tension wrench. Start raking. Put some tension on it. You can just see my index finger going light, heavy. I probably won't get it open. Come on. I'm not very good at raking. Used to be in the beginning, but I don't practice it enough. Well, that's just not gonna work. There it is. how to get the tension right. Normally when you rake a lock, you'll get it open several times, and what is keeping you from opening it or turning the plug is just the amount of tension. So when you rake a lock, it's just give and take, give and take, give and take, and then let off, start over again, and then give and take, and you're just going from medium to light, and then you just let off again. So hopefully this helps out. Somebody was asking me about how I actually pick a lock, some of the techniques. This has been really quick, so I apologize for that, but I wanted to get something up tonight. But there it is. As always, thanks for watching, and you guys have a good one.